everybody, Steve Crosby here. Welcome to this edition of Monday Morning Musings. We're continuing on the themes of humility, meekness, and gentleness. And in this episode, I want to talk to you about meekness. I'm putting up the Greek word for you right now. You can look into that. Again, I'm not going to pronounce it for you. You can go there yourself. But when considering this topic, it's hard to not be strongly influenced by cultural stereotypes. For instance, in media and in TV, they rarely portray a believer positively or a clergyman positively. And when they do, it's almost like he or she is a wishy-washy, tiny, timidish, fluffy character, and that's their idea of meekness. That meekness is almost like being an emotional eunuch, that if you are passionless and self-restrained in an inauthentic way, self-control is a fruit of the Spirit. But we're going to talk about why it doesn't mean repression. Self-control does not mean repression. Aristotle defined this term as the midpoint between being utterly irascible, otherwise grumpy, old, mannish, unconsolable, unagreeable, disagreeable, difficult person on one hand, and lacking nerve or gall, a spineless jellyfish on the other hand. Aristotle said it was kind of, this word meek that was translated meekness is kind of the middle of the road. And in a sense, Aristotle defined it this way: being angry for the right reason at the right time in the right way. Now, typically, if you start to ask a typical Christian about meekness, they would not put anger anywhere into the conversation. Meekness means you are allowed bandwidth of soul for a full spectrum of human emotions, but yet without sin. I'm going to give you an example, and I apologize for the beeping on my phone here. I just turned it off. Jesus was meek above anybody else. And here comes the garbage man outside. They're picking up my garbage today, so you're probably hearing that. We're going to hang on for a minute. We'll go a little long this time. Jesus was considered meek above all others. That means when he's driving out the money changers, he's demonstrating meekness. When he's calling Peter Satan to his face, he's demonstrating meekness. When he's insulting the Judeans, in John chapter 8, he's demonstrating meekness. When he calls the Judeans names and insulting them, he's demonstrated meekness. When he's disappointing the rich young ruler and sending him packing and not chasing, oh, I'm so sorry. In John chapter 6, where he delivers his deepest and most profound sermon, and most of the people leave, he doesn't say, oh, I'm so sorry that you didn't understand. Is there anything I can do to help you understand? We rarely think of meekness in the presence of passion or emotion, let alone anger. And individuals raised in a home or church atmosphere where emotional authenticity was not allowed, discouraged, or formally forbidden, do not realize how deeply they've conditioned to be into false meekness. For them, meekness is the absence of emotion, a passionless, passive, externally gentility. It's the shut up and put up. Oh, if you just take it and allow the Lord to deal with it, just allow yourself to be degraded and abused, and Jesus will deal with the other party. That's not it. That is not biblical meekness. Biblical meekness is having your passions under the reins of the Spirit of God, and that they are in a cruciform expression, reined in, and are expressed authentically for the right reason, the right motive, in the right way, at the right time. So this is not an excuse to be randomly volatile and just blow off because you feel like it. This is a difficult and a spirit-led capacity that doesn't come easy. We can all grow. I just want to drive it home and end it with this. It's not a personality type, just like humility is not a personality type. And it is also not the absence of emotion. That's what he said, and I'll see you next time.